Yo, what's up, guys? Listen up. We got a doozy of a clip coming up, and this is involving Clay and AD from Love is Blind Season 6. Haven't really watched it, but I've been seeing this clip going viral. And here, I'm just going to see it for the first time along with you guys. And I'm going to have to edit it a little bit, so you guys forgive me to a certain point because they're only showing one clip that's going viral. So we're going to go ahead and get into it and see what's happening here. Let's go.
I do.
Clay, do you take Amber to live together in a union of marriage?
Buddy up there hesitating like he don't know what's about to go on. Like he don't know if she gonna swing on him or what, man.
This has been the best process. AD, I love you. I don't think it's responsible for me to say I do, but I want you to know that I'm rocking with you.
That's taking a little bit too long. I know I love you, but I don't know if it's responsible to say I do. Man, you already at the altar, my G. What are we doing here, man?
When I still need work, get to the point where I'm 100% in. I'm gonna put the work in.
Why would you make it this far if you're not 100% in and you're going to put the work in? You're going to go through all this, getting all these people dressed up, man? What's happening?
For you, and we'll go through this together. I don't care what nobody says. I know fully I'm not ready for marriage.
Whose man's is this? I need to know.
And I appreciate you, and I know that you will fight for me and we'll let it work. I know, but
Buddy's really like, I know you'll fight for me. We can make this work and all this stuff like that. She ain't trying to hear that. You see that face?
I can't say yes right now.
Everybody's speechless. Like, is Buddy really serious right now? We got all dressed up to come out here just for him to do this?
I'm sorry, AD. I'm sorry.
Imagine a man on the most important day of your life, he asks you to marry him, then on this day he talking about, I can't do it because I'm not 100%. Exactly, baby. What the fuck is right? I bet, like, the father, if that's him out in the crowd, he was giving that look like, this dude is crazy.
But why does it matter, like, with the time? Why does that matter?
Hey, don't do that.
Yo, she mad nonchalant. What did she say? That's all right. Don't worry about it. I would be worried about it if she said some stuff like that.
Okay. We good?
We good. Hell no, we ain't good. She about to pull a 187. She drying the tears. Yo, it's about to go down.
Come on, baby. Thank you. You're so very welcome.
You know all the ladies shouting at the TV like, that's right, girl. You supposed to have your sis back like that. He ain't shit. He ain't shit.
Thank you.
Buddy, like, I can't believe I got away with that. She took it easier than I thought. Man, I'm home free. Man.
If there's somebody for everybody.
That's right, girl. Fix your crown, sis. Leave him behind. There's another man waiting for you right now.
Everybody, tell me why. Not for
Man, why ain't nobody there to console the brother? This was hard on him, too. That was a hard thing to do for a man to let a woman know that, man.
me. No, that it won't be stories I've already gone. But
I see you wearing that dress, though, baby. Do your thing. You know what I mean? Do your thing.
can it be?
You all right? Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
Now, see, that's what I'm talking about. At least somebody did check on the brother to make sure he was okay. Everybody walked off with her in the sunset, you know.
Wasting my fucking time. I'm so confused.
Yo, anybody would definitely be confused in that situation. Like, that didn't even make any sense what my man did right there. You wasn't ready, but why propose? You having second thoughts, all these things like that. Yo, you're in your early 30s. She's in her early 30s. I think he's 31. She's 33. And you going to go through all this hassle of getting all these people out here just to do that, man? That's not cool, bro. That's definitely not cool. Let's get on to the next clip, man.
On the internet today, and I can't help but see all the hard L's that all the passport bros are taking. And honestly, I'm not even the slightest bit surprised by this. You saw dude on 90 Day Fiance got flame roasted by his Filipino fiance for being fat and ugly. Or the American dude who was arguing with the Middle Eastern woman. She was telling him the expectation is that the husband pays all the bills. And he rebutted with, well, in America, fam, you're not in America. That's why you went there. You wanted a traditional woman. And it's like, y'all really just don't get it. Every passport bro I know in the real world is an American bottom feeder in our dating pool, okay? He complains about gold diggers while he has no gold. He wants to escape the dating expectations of American women, but then complains about the marriage expectations of traditional foreign women. They want a woman who isn't ran through after they spent their whole life running through women. And I genuinely feel like I need to break this down for y'all. So let's go ahead and dive in real quick. Let's fall down the rabbit hole that is the conundrum of passport bros. So traditional women come with traditional fathers or traditional brothers who will want to know why you feel entitled to a traditional woman whose culture you're not acclimated with and you can't uphold. And furthermore, they're going to want to know why you couldn't lead the women in your society down a traditionally virtuous path. Like, you were okay with exploiting American women so long as it appeased your agenda. But at the end of the day, if the women here are ran through, it was you or your predecessors that ran through us. It was y'all that led us here. So you've already shown them, culturally speaking, you lack the ability to be the strong alpha male leader that you want to be treated as such. Now, let's say you don't go to a religious or culturally traditional society. You go somewhere economically desolate to find someone more submissive. Understand these women are using your ideology against you, and rightfully so, because you were trying to manipulate them into submission. Y'all think you can exploit these countries that have these gorgeous young women that are open to pursuing American men, but
they go where you're appreciated. If it's exploitation, it's exploitation. If that's what you want to call it. This man showing her a better life. It's always quid pro quo. Even in America, women use men all the time. Women use men everywhere, whether she gave those examples about the Middle Eastern woman saying men pay 100% and so on and so forth. Men know that why would a woman want to get with an American and expect to go half? That's not how it is. This has been going on forever, where your wealth stretches a lot further. Your money goes a lot further in these other countries. In the same way, when people come to America, when people move from up north to down south, their money goes a lot longer. They relocate because their money goes a lot longer. They sold their house up north and they can get twice, 3, 4, 5 times the house and still have money to spare. This is just how it is. You're going to go someplace where you're appreciated, where you don't have to deal with all these headaches, where you have more freedom. Passport bros down. Passport bros is just a new term that people got going on. Men have been relocating to be with women from all over the place, man. And that's just how it is. And it doesn't necessarily mean they got to bring them back, because that's not the goal. Let's finish off with what Ms. Vandala is talking about. Let's go.
Typically, you're choosing countries that rely upon tourism to substantiate their economy, which means she likely works at a resort or prostitutes, or in most cases, both. So not only is she not traditional, she's playing on your desire to find such. And when you agree to marry or sponsor a foreigner legally, you're obligated to support them for 10 years, contrary to the relationship. So yeah, she's using you. She'd be a fool not to. Let's just be for real here. One, American women don't give a fuck about you leaving to find love. You're not going to put us in competition with foreign women for American bottom feeders. We're not jealous of them. In honesty, we pity them, but you know, I also empathize with them, because if I was in the similar plight or predicament, I would probably do the same. Number two, traditional women will ultimately not work out for primarily one of two reasons. Number one, you can't acclimate to their culture and be a traditional man. Or number two, they adapt to ours and realize that you are a bottom feeder and eventually leave you. Number three, preying on women whose country suffers financial hardship is a surefire way to get preyed on yourself. And to be honest, you deserve that. To think that you can indenture a woman into submission is pathetic. And I can guarantee she's got the drop on your play, and she's been working you from the jump. Even third world countries have better educational systems than America does. And foreign women are not riddled with feminist rhetoric. They're completely okay with saying that you have to pay for everything, because that's how they were raised. Love only works when it happens organically with good intention. If you want a better quality of woman, be a better quality of man. But complaining about what you attract here in America and thinking you can fool a foreigner into seeing past your subpar placement and natural selection. Wild.
Doesn't make you a bottom feeder. You got men who are high level earners, top tier, good guys, worked on themselves. Doesn't mean that they're going to attract a woman that's feminine, submissive a lot of times. She might play you as well. You got rich guys, well-off guys, men that have done very well for themselves in life that still struggle with getting a woman that loves them, that is traditional, and that's not going to use them. I don't know what that's about, and you put it to the point where these guys are such and such. Nobody wants to bring a woman back to the States. Why leave to the States if you're going to try and bring a woman back? That's the dumbest thing you can do. I always say women are impressionable, and this goes for women all over the world. So many parents who come here, they end up losing their daughters, losing their sons because of the influence of Western civilization. Primarily the United States has a huge influence on the world. Becoming Americanized is not just some made up term. It's one of those things where when other people move here, the biggest thing that they worry about is their kids forgetting values, traditions, the language, things like that. Their daughters out here twerking, clapping cheeks, all these things like that, because that's what they see and that's what they want to emulate. People love coming to America because of the opportunities and things you have. But sometimes they sacrifice losing their way of life and their children go wayward and things like that. And then they complain about America in that aspect. So that argument in terms of that, I wouldn't. If I'm going overseas to be with a woman, I'm not bringing her back to the States. I'm going to stay right there and live a good life, man. Just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think about these clips. Comment below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Much blessings and abundance. Stick around for the next videos that are going to pop up on the screen below. That's where I'm going to see you guys at. It's your favorite everything. This is Wisdom. Let's run it up to 200,000. Quit playing with me. Peace.
New data from the Pew Research Center has shown that 63% of men under 30 are single, up from 51% in 2019. COVID isolation and women's high expectations for something serious are the main reasons why they are avoiding going out and coupling up. Young guys say that dates feel more like job interviews now, with women wanting more than ever before, especially if they are getting close to 30 and thinking about the biological clock. According to Ronald Levant, professor emeritus of psychology at the University of Akron, the overall picture is that if a woman is going to go on a date with a man, chances are it's not for a casual fling. The pandemic made dating apps the central means for meeting people, which many young men are not a fan of. They feel that people have become less approachable since COVID and are much less talkative. Being able to naturally approach people while out isn't like it was pre-pandemic, and people are still much less likely to leave their groups or cliques at a bar. This has lowered young men's incentive to put themselves out there. However, some young men like Ian Breslow, a 28-year-old high school teacher who lives in Astoria, are not looking to settle down and get married anytime soon, so they'd rather have casual flings. The way dating is currently just makes me want to hook up locally with no stress or strings attached, he says. Fortunately, that part comes very easy. I'm unmotivated to search for something serious for the time being. Young men like Andrew Bruno, a 28-year-old nurse from Belmore, NY, are also in no hurry to get hitched. I'm still very young, and I don't feel the need to rush, especially if people don't act as naturally as they did before COVID. Why would I put it all out there for someone who can't or won't hold a conversation? He said. Mike M., a 25-year-old from Queens, feels as though he lost 2 prime years in his early 20s of being able to date and have fun without worrying about being in a serious relationship. Now, he's under pressure to find a long-term commitment, but can't put himself out there. In conclusion, it seems that the dating game has changed for young men, and the pandemic has made it more difficult to connect with potential partners in person. Many young men are not looking for anything serious, and they'd rather have casual flings than commit to a long-term relationship. Meanwhile, others feel pressure to find a long-term commitment but are struggling to find a way to put themselves out there.
So, according to the data, it says that since 1989, that the amount of male virgins that are under 30 has tripled. So 27% of men that are 30 or younger have reported to be virgins. And this is at the time where female sexuality and female freedom is at all-time high. So the higher the acceptability of open female nature, sexual nature, then the higher virgins. And I shared an article a couple days ago that showed that men that are more educated are actually more likely to be virgins involuntarily. What's going on? So, according to this article, California keeps millions in child support while parents drown in debt. What a lot of people don't know that California has one of the highest rates of child support penalties, which is 3.5 times the national average. Experts say that it disproportionately targets brown and black men in California. This is predatory. It's like having a credit card balance that keeps doubling and compounding. The problem is none of that money goes to the kids or to the mothers. It actually goes to the state and to the county. That's the issue. It doesn't actually benefit the kids. And then the father ends up having to work overtime to pay the extra debt that goes to the state. And then the woman feels like the man isn't trying, and the kid feels like the dad doesn't care, and the state gets more rich. And that's the issue. We're all mad at the wrong person. Let's talk about 3 reasons why 50-50 modern trendy relationships don't work.
Reason number 1. When men spend $100 on a first date, it's worth less than a woman who cooks $20 worth of food for a first date. The value of money isn't equal in dating. In America, on a first date, a man spending $100 is worth less than a woman cooking a burger with less than $20 worth of groceries. If women believed in 50-50 relationships, then they should have paid for 50% of all the first dates they've attended. Paying for the second or third date doesn't equate.
Do women have bad hygiene? I've been hearing about it a long time as a man, and apparently Nick Cannon has experienced this. Well, if you don't believe me, then let's take a look at some of these clips.
When it comes to female hygiene.
You got this magnet.
You don't shower every day? I don't shower every day.
B. Simone doesn't shower every day. The one that said Martin Luther King wasn't a great man.
What's more important, the fact that Martin Luther King is the man that fought for freedom, or the fact that he was cheating on his wife?
He's a great father. You're not great.
You're
not great. God, you're not. That is triggering.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm a good dad. You're not a good dad because you don't respect me. How the fuck you showing these kids you a good father and you don't respect their mother? You're not a great dad, my nigga.
While lusting over the rapper DaBaby. Yes, her.
I don't shower every day.
Wow. Is magnificent. 20% that have no smell.
Nick Cannon says only 20% of women smell good. And you know he know, because he got like 25 baby mamas.
I think I'm part of the 2%.
I don't think I'm nasty.
Yeah.
No, not nasty.
It's normal. If you eat a lot of fruit.
Trust me.
It's normal for women
but
like
I guess
us
men would
who
know
are
better than I.
Oh, nasty.
I know you.
Nick Cannon was trying to tell women his experience with women, and women wouldn't listen to a man who has sex with women.
What do I do that's nasty? Say it.
I'm not going to say that.
What? Don't shower every day?
I can't believe this woman that had the nerve to say all of these things about our ancestor is disrespecting herself as a woman publicly. It is embarrassing.
Don't shower every day?
A lot of women aren't aware of themselves.
Yeah.
I don't shower every day.
And maybe, you
this,
present company
ladies?
excluded. We talk about this all the time.
The stronger the woman, the smellier the vagina.
Yeah. I don't even want to be gay no more. Like, Adam and Scar so bad by stanky cats.
Do y'all know when y'all stinking up the room?
That is a very valid question.
Is that nasty?
Like,
I never stunk up a room.
Well, see, I said present
I
company.
already know that.
You see my shocked in the paw face?
But it just ain't worth it. Like, you see them on the social media, and you be like, damn, they fine. Then when they take the clothes off of you, you be like, damn, they stink.
But that's the thing, because
I have smelled people stink up the room.
It's like,
How come chicks just don't listen when we giving them game? It's weird.
At least like 2 days.
Out of the week?
It's like, it be
And
some
I
of the
heard
most
stories about
beautiful women. You be like, yo, you're you.
Like,
if you take a shower on Monday, when's the next time you're taking a shower?
Wednesday.
at least by, Thursday morning.
Motherfucker say what? That's the look at the co-host's face. She is utterly disgusted.
You got You
No, I
got
have a
teams
story
and
one time.
stylists and
Gosh, where this fine ass bitch that was on social media that I thought smelled good?
This guy I know called me, told me he was having sex with a girl and the whole room smelled like sewage.
So 2 full days. So 3
Monday,
days.
Tuesday.
Remember, you gotta have your paper right if you step to this type of lady.
He can't have a 9 to 5.
What? Why not? You don't want him to have an honest job?
I mean, he could be a hustling entrepreneur.
So she thinks that Martin Luther King is bad for cheating, but a man is good for hustling and peddling things that's bad for his community.
You want him to be you want CEO status.
Yes.
Okay, he can't
So
like
he can't be
clock in and clock out.
What's more important, the fact that Martin Luther King is the man that fought for freedom, or the fact that he was cheating on his wife?
Jesus.
Yeah, for
Well, I'm a good dad. You're not a good dad because you don't respect me. How the fuck you showing these kids you a good father or you don't respect their mother? You're not a great dad, my nigga.
Oh, Wednesday.
That was a Wednesday.
But I mean, a Thursday probably has happened.
Yes.
He said he's terrible.
But she be acting like she has no idea. I'm like, I cannot be the only one
But
that
it's like when
smells
you're
it.
at this.
You look like you smell good, but you don't smell good. Y'all out here catfishing.
What a surprise. Women use dating apps just to confirm if they are attractive or not. Or is it that women need to reject men in order to feel good? Women go through this weird phase where in their 20s, in their teens, to where they like humiliating and rejecting guys, and it makes them feel good. But simultaneously, the weird thing about that is when men make them feel bad in the same way, they shame men for doing what they do most of their life. And then when they aren't attractive enough to reject anybody, now they're mad at all men for not liking them for being below average physically. That shit is crazy. But you know what? Hey, you gotta let people live the way they want to and give them what they want. They want free choice. They want to do what men do. Well, men get rejected. Just because men are financially successful doesn't entitle them to sex. Just because women are pretty doesn't entitle them to attention. Just because women have good careers does not entitle them to good men. Equality.
The reasons why some men choose to stay single can vary widely from person to person. However, some common themes often emerge in discussions about this topic. 1. Desire for respect and independence. As you mentioned, many men value respect and autonomy in their relationships. They may feel that some women do not understand or appreciate their need for independence and respect, both in public and private settings. This can lead to a feeling of being emasculated or not valued, which might discourage them from pursuing a relationship. 2. Expectations of domestic skills. Some men may have traditional expectations regarding domestic abilities. They might seek a partner who can maintain a clean and organized living space as well as manage their own hygiene and health. If they encounter potential partners who do not meet these expectations, they may feel that a relationship would not be beneficial or fulfilling. 3. The prioritization of career and personal goals. Many men prioritize their careers and personal goals over romantic relationships, especially if they are financially successful and self-sufficient. They may feel that a relationship could distract from their ambitions or that they don't need a partner to feel complete. 4. Past experiences. Negative experiences in past relationships, such as trust issues, emotional hurt, or feeling undervalued, can lead some men to prefer staying single rather than risking similar experiences again. 5. Changing social norms. Societal expectations and norms around relationships and masculinity are evolving. Some men may feel that the traditional expectations of being a provider or protector are less relevant, leading them to question the role of relationships in their lives. 6. Fear of commitment. For some, the idea of committing to one person can be daunting. They may fear losing their freedom or worry about the potential for future conflicts and complications.